And by the way, I first want to say I'm extremely impressed with this exhibit. There's just some amazing quilts, so I'm really honored to even be a part of it. And my quilt, Sunset Cinema, is very much inspired by I live in Southern California. I've spent a lot of time in Malibu as a photographer shooting homes, and often at sunset just capturing beautiful sunsets. So that really inspired me for this quilt. And as it started to come together, just film strips started showing up and things like that. So, and then with the sunsets, and I actually took one portion of my first quilt, which was Life in the City, and I had a small part that had this shape, and I took that and started this quilt from that shape with the sunsets and just went from there. I made this was the very second art quilt top that I did, but it was the most recent that I've quilted, so my quilting has improved quite a bit since, you know, I first started, which hasn't been that long, but you know, kind of little TVs, things, just like you're looking through and observing, you know, the sunset. So that was the main inspiration, I would say. And these things are usually pretty subconscious with me. But that's it. And love the bright colors and just the movement. No, they're not hand-dyed, and I will give a plug out to Carol Breyer-Fallert, who has the most amazing fabric, which is gradations. When I first started out quilting and didn't know anything about anything, and I'm coming from being a painter, I wanted a fabric that felt very painterly, like watercolor, just, you know, like what I had been doing before. And then I found her fabric, and then whew, that was it. So that is a predominant fabric. Now I am dyeing my own fabrics now, but I treasure all of my gradations. So that's the main thing that I think makes it really come alive. No long arm, because I am changing my thread color for every single little piece. The quilting takes a long time for that reason. Now on this one, on the back, I'm using a monofilament in the bobbin. And then I don't have to change my threads constantly. And I really kind of like the look of it because I like just seeing the texture. So for me, this is what I'm doing from now on. And it saves thread too because it just sucks everything up within the bobbin and the top. But basically I can move along at a nice pace now when I'm creating something by having, you know, keeping that bobbin and just changing my top threads. Because I want the texture